What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeff Band 316, your pop culture reporter, and we're going on a movie hunt. Yeah, I did a little intro with this one, but just because I let you know there's not a lot coming out this week, but I still want to go out. I'll warn you, when I go into the Barnes and Noble, they have no Criterions in my store, so I'm going to go in there, and plus I'm going in the day before the sale anyway. So I will take a trip to a Barnes and Noble somewhere where I'll go out and actually look for some Criterions in the other town, but it's like an hour away. So hey, go to Amazon. They're matching it right now when I'm recording this intro. So I'm getting ready to go into a Target, and I'll probably put that first, and then I'm going to at least one Walmart. Now I will want to tell you a story. Walmart in my area hadn't even put out anything new, including those new slip covers when I went, but the one over here next to the movie that I'm going to go to, they probably have. They usually get that stuff out. So we'll look in there and I'll show you the difference. That Walmart is packed with physical media. And then, like I said, and then I'll go into that Barnes & Noble. But let's get into the hunt, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. What are we waiting for? Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get into this Target. I always joke and call this the Tower Target because of that tower up there. But so on the way there, this wasn't even in the wrestling aisle. Look at this cool display for the WWE Superstars. Those black carded ones are the chase ones. So they got Stone Cold. Dude, I'd love to get that display. Look up here. Don't forget those Tiny Nightmares as well. I got an unboxing on the channel where I tell you how you can find out which ones are in those boxes. And then look at there, a cool shark toy. Let's get out of this aisle and go find some cool stuff. So here's the wrestling aisle. They don't have that Piper's Pit set in here. They must have sold them all. So we got Seth Rollins, Damian Priest. Nothing really new in this section. So a lot of boring shit. No good Star Wars stuff. They got a good DC section in this Barnes & Noble. So let's see what we can find. Supergirl figure right there. Watch my out of theater reaction by the time this plays. But that's the one that's got Crypto, the dog in it. There's the villain from that movie. Total cheese, man. That villain was not good. So they got a few DC figures here. Nothing great. Why they got two face sculpts for her, I don't know. There's a Superman. There's a Batman. Supergirl up there. They got two different versions. This shit right here was like $4 at our Target. There's Hulk Girl. That was the one that was like really hard to find out of that set. That's a decent looking figure. So we got Scorpion. And obviously the Hulk. Everybody knows now from that last trailer that he's in the movie. That's the Wolverine. I like that that figure there as far as from Deadpool Wolverine. You got some Masters of the Universe. That's a nice looking Skeletor there. I'm not getting into those. I end up buying too many of them. What's back here? So they re-released this retro He-Man. Look at that shit. The comic is like up under the plastic. You definitely have to get one of these that looks in better condition than that. Got this Godzilla crossover shit happening now with the Power Rangers. Is anybody going to buy that stuff? Those turtle ones never sold in my store. Alright, what else? Is anybody going to get this Stranger Things? The Tales, what is it, from 85? I don't hear anybody even talking about that damn series. Now, that toy there looks kind of cool, but does anybody even watch it? I watched a couple episodes and was not impressed. Maybe get the real voice actors to do their parts, and I might would have got a little hooked on it. But there's 11 up there. The Five Nights at Freddy's figures look better than those. So let's go to the back. They've got a shit pile of pops in this store. There's the villain from Supergirl. That pop is about as bland as the character in the movie. What do we got here? I'm not seeing anything. That's a shit pile of pops to not have anything. What about NECA? They got a few things here. They got Megan. People are finding that in Ross. Got some turtles up there. More turtle shit than anything. What is this? Oh, Footbots. Okay, I remember seeing that. Wasn't that from the Haulathon? Chucky plush. Got the Gremlins down here. That's the Evolution set. So at least this store does have a few NECA items. My store don't have shit. Got some plush down there. Oh look, finally 50% off clearance. You get the Chalk and Krusty doll for 20 bucks. And you get the phone for 20 bucks. So I guess that right there will eventually be in like Ross stores and everywhere else. Let's see what he says.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I love you very much. I'm Krusty the Clown, and I don't like you.
Oh, thanks, Krusty. You bastard. They got these clearance for 12 bucks. Those are kind of cool. That Mr. Burns, I like that one. And then they got some clearance vinyl. I might look through here and see if they got anything. Alright, let's get into Wally World and see what we can find. Mine sucks, but this one probably got more. Alright, you guys are asking about these popcorn buckets. So there's one, the Papa Bowls. And they are 20 bucks right there. So that one is for the Buzz, and that's the only one it looks like they have. I don't really see anything else on this display. I haven't seen Toy Story 5 yet. Have you guys seen it? If so, put in the comments down below what you think. Alright, let's get over here to the movie section and see what they got. Alright, they do have the 2-movie collection for Mario Brothers for $50. That's on 4K. They do have that Night of Seven Kingdoms, Avatar, and they do still have Avatar Steelbook. Wuthering Heights. I haven't bought that. Hoppers, they only got the Blu-ray and the DVD. Hey, they did stock the Scream 7 Steelbook in this Walmart. Holy shit, it's $40 though. Yeah, no thank you. Ready or Not has got an awesome slipcover. Why that's not a 4K, I don't know. That's the Mario DVD. Scream 4K. Already with no slipcover. Damn.
No!
Yeah, sorry you guys that like slipcovers, man. That shit, they must have did a limited release on that. That's a nice slip there. In their horror section, or no, collectible section, sorry.
You are a fucking idiot.
Got Ghostface Mystery Mini. Mario. Got some Genesis stuff. Some One Piece. The Nun. Hey, that McFarlane Movie Maniacs, they do have The Godfather. That's pretty nice.
Very nice. Very evil.
Yep. And then they got some figure cases down there. Spawn. Not much on DC in this section today. Some statues. Some Godzilla. One Piece, Dragon Ball. And then here's a glance at the Pops. Got some football ones. They do have a $5 section in this one, or a bin. Look at this shit just dumped in here. Hustlers. Frankenstein. That had a slip at one point. Evil Dead Rise. Who's looking forward to Evil Dead Burn? A Rock 3-pack. Sonic 2. If you're starting your collection, it's cool. Look, Pulp Fiction. Oops. Wonka. I'll pick that up.
Whoops-a-daisy. By God. We're going to have to clean that up later.
I was set up to fail on that one. There's no way that anybody else would have caught that either. Got Insidious, Clifford. Got some Excalibur. All right, here's the new slipcover section if you guys haven't seen it yet. I'll give it a wide view. There's 4 of the neon signs on each row, and there's the greatest movie ever, Jaws. Most of the Blu-rays are 10 bucks unless it's a set, and they're like 12. Those are all DVDs down there. Then you got the glow in the dark, is 4 on each one. Hey, shit, Flash Gordon, that's new. I don't remember seeing that in my store. Now, I love that Flash Gordon cover. I might double dip on that shit. Five Nights at Freddy's has got a nice cover too. I like that. Tales from the Dark Side. So, yeah, the next section is TV stuff. I want to show you this Walmart is fucking stocked, man. Hey, and look, people are finding this. It's a re-release of the Golden collection. I know most of this stuff's on Blu-ray now, but that's a nice set there. 6 of the sets. I'm going to price it just to make sure that price down there is right. They got Highway to Heaven, Jag, The Stooges. This store is stacked, man. Fringe, Handmaid's Tale. When they can't fit it in, they just put it in there sideways.
That's what she said.
Yep, that is what she said. Hey, look, that there is a America Charlie Brown. I think that's some of the specials that aren't included on that set. Here's a weird section. It's got like animated stuff, and it had Excalibur down there on Blu-ray. It's weird. I don't know. I'm just giving you a glance. This, like I said, because this store is packed. That Looney Tunes cartoon set just came out. That's fairly new. Captain Planet. This last section here is like random shit. Look, those big box sets that cost a ton of money and then $5 movies. Like When Harry Met Sally, 21 Bridges, Cloverfield 3 movie collection's good. Some Peanuts. I'm seeing in the random $50 Cheers set. Superman Blu-rays down to $12. And then this section was kind of cool. I don't see this in another Walmart. Look, it's got like Honeymooners and Lucille Ball down there. Then you got the Thunderbirds, the Gary Anderson collection. Then you got Thornbirds with the damn slipcover in it. We saw that in Barnes & Noble one time. Then you got Americana, Dune, the Smashing Machine with The Rock. Got some John Wayne collection. This is just a mix of shit, dude. The Penguin. Some Western stuff up there. It's just too much to show you. But look at this section here, man. It's like mostly horror. It's got some weird stuff in here as far as that you don't see in a lot of Walmarts. Like Ghoulies from the MVD Rewind collection. That's the 4K. Along with that Humpty Dumpty trilogy. The Conjuring, the Ring set. Damn, man. Together. Got a damn 4K Arrow of Frankenstein there. Terrifier. Yeah, a lot of good stuff here. On the way out, look. This is for Cara. Look at there. Got Harley Quinn. There's a good view of it. And then you got Supergirl. And then this was where I saw those Supergirl figures. Like there's her in her jacket. I don't remember her wearing that jacket and the Supergirl outfit in the same scene. Lobo. And then you got this Star Wars stuff here. So, all right, Cara, that one was for you. So let's get out of this Walmart. And we're going to go in Barnes & Noble. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Remember, mine does not have a Criterion section. Plus, I'm recording this before the sale. They got the stuff promoting the Odyssey up here. So, obviously, you got the real stuff about Greek mythology, the real Odyssey. Hey, shit, that reminds me of A Clash of the Titans right there. I used to love that movie. It's PG and you got to see titties.
Tits. Hooah!
Oh, well. Let's get out of this section. They got a 50% off rack here. And look at this. They got some Radiance titles. It's awesome. I think most of these are new. Look at that shit. The Day of the Owl. My Barnes & Noble is coming through. 50% off. Nice. I might have to get a couple of these. The I Am Prefect. I'm not big into Radiance movies, but I think these are all new releases. Look at that. I like that cover. That's a trilogy of movies, right? Yeah. Not sure if that one's new. The Shape of Night. I've heard of it, though. Damn, man. Some of these look cool. I might have to give them one or two of them a try, but we'll see. I'll take a look around the store first. Maybe I'll pick up one. Begonia, 50% off. Black phone. I wonder if that's... It's got to be 50%, right? If it's over here in this rack. The birds. So what is actually on sale? Why is it 50% off? Boomerang I never picked up before. I looked. I didn't have it. This might be time to get Boomerang. Song Sung Blues. I think Amazon had that for like $12 during their sale though. So Conclave. Dude, shit, that'd be like $10.50. I might have to think about getting that. Depends on what else I buy. Abbott and Costello. American Graffiti. Man, the Night Stalker for like $11. You should get that. That's a great show. Legend, Inglorious Bastards. Aaron Brockovich. I wonder if that's 50% off. Doris Day, The Carpenter's Son. That's a damn excellent movie for that price. Him. Green Book. Look at there. This might be time to pick that up. That'd be 15. Cool. I don't know if I'd like that. Maybe. That might just be like a one-time watch. Can you stream that anywhere? Fight Club. I think I remember looking at that one. I didn't really have much interest in it. So I don't know if I'm going to get Conclave or not. I might. I'll put it up here in the front. Maybe somebody else will pick it up and then I'll make it where I don't buy it. Nothing new here. Still got some cheap stuff over here. Megan. Ma and Pa Kettle. Schindler's List. Is this stuff 50% off? Oppenheimer. Omni Loop. I want to see that. And why is that only on DVD? I don't think it had a Blu-ray release. The Napa Boys. Damn. This is just like random shit. Looks like Universal titles, so I wonder if they're 50% off. What's on this rack? Anything good? They still got some of those $10 4Ks down here, like Hansel and Gretel, The Lost City, Lost in Space, Godzilla, Friday the 13th Part 2, Dogma, Out of Africa's down there. It's on the side. E.T. Still got The Great Outdoors. Nothing really new over here. The Burbs is up there. From Russia with Love. All those James Bonds that nobody's buying. American Pie. Throw Mama from the Train. Eraser is fairly new. Predator Badlands. 4K Steelbook. Let's see over here on the TV stuff. So they look like they didn't get the second season of the Doctor Who before they got canceled their season 1. I'm not really looking for anything here, so this will be quick. I was just seeing what price was on Dawson's Creek. I don't see anything new that's catching my eye. So anime's down here at the bottom. So I don't think I'm gonna look through very much of that. Over here, this is the children's stuff, and then they do have some Arrow titles. Hey, did I move that over here last week, or did they put it over here? Dark City Without a Slip, The Cell, Cheap Thrills. That's probably sticking out where I was looking at it last week.
That's what.
If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
Red Sonja, put that up here. It needs to get rid of that damn spider wrap though. Westworld, Soldier, True Romance, The Mask, Marlowe. All that was out last week in the store. There's your A24 section down below. I don't think anything new A24 came out this week. I know Drama is the next A24 I want. So let's just look through the rack. 10 Cloverfield Lane. See what we can find. All the President's Men. It was Army of Darkness. Who's going to see Evil Dead Burn? I asked you before. Put in the comments, though. I am really looking forward to that, man. It looks like it's going to have some gnarly effects in it. Days of Thunder. So they always have these bargain titles now. It's a $10 one. That's not on sale. At least it's not marked. So is Kino does Kino normally have a sale? I forget. Isn't their Kino stuff normally 30% off? It confuses me in here the way they do the fucking stickers, man. They either leave them on too long or they don't put them on at all. I usually have to go to their site and look up some titles before I leave the store, but I don't want to get in line and then have to dispute it. Love that Final Destination artwork, but the slipcover's better. So Friday the 13th, no slipcover now. Whoa, almost dropped it. Friday the 13th Part 2. Why is one of them in a hard case security and one of them not? That's weird. Look at there. Put those fucking stickers all over the slipcovers, Barnes & Noble. You know how awesome it is getting those off. The Bride. Hand That Rocks Cradle. I think that's new. Hang 'em High. Is that not on sale? $45? You got to be joking.
And a price that is just too high.
Why is that an A24 title over here? All right. Look, I did find this. They didn't have much else on the rack. Look, they got some of these titles. That should have been one of those retro VHS ones. Like, look, Neighbors. We saw all these. Problem Child. Maybe they're going to put them on a display. The Fan, Casual Sex, Cole, Renegades, Happy Birthday to Me. We saw all those on the shelf last week. Do they have the new ones? Yeah, here's some of the new ones. Look, Fast Forward. I already ordered some of these. Cold Steel. These are 40% off in here. Holy shit. White Palace. Sunset. I might have to get some of these. You Light Up My Life, because they're cheaper in here. So, yeah, cheaper on 40% off than they are on Amazon. Go Barnes & Noble. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let's look online, and these would have been the releases that came out June 23rd. So I'm doing the movie hunt this weekend. This stuff came out on Tuesday. We got What Dreams May Come 4K from Shout Select. We've got John Waters' Hairspray, Criterion. If you're into those movies, obviously the Criterion sale's going on at Barnes & Noble. Amazon's matching most of it. You got his other movie, Desperate Living, down there on 4K as well at the end of this row. You also have Slither coming on 4K Steelbook. We've got Hang 'em High 4K with Clint Eastwood. Western there. You got two Adam Sandler classics, 50 First Dates and Click. I'll just admit, Click is one of my favorite movies of Adam Sandler's from back in the day, so I'll probably definitely buy that. And Kate Beckinsale is a stone cold fox no matter what she's in. My Name Ain't Susie. I don't know what that is, but that sounds funny. Don't Play with Fire. Bushido. The Roman Porno Reboot Collection Volume 1. I don't know. The title has me intrigued, obviously. The Gray gets a 4K. I'm pretty sure that has a slipcover. That already had a Walmart exclusive Steelbook. I think it was a Walmart exclusive. Damon Wayans and Major Payne gets a Kino release. A re-release of a Masters of the Universe double feature, not 4K, but Blu-ray Steelbook of the Netflix cartoons Revelation and Revolution. Girl Internet Show. Not familiar with that. Magellan. Solo. Desolation Angels. The cover of that one looks intriguing, obviously. I'm not going to try to pronounce that one. It's a Radiance film release. Dark Horse. The Rubber Gun. Blood Relatives. Hey, to go back to that other, it was awful cool seeing Radiance films in my Barnes & Noble. Could Criterions make a comeback? This would be the best fucking time, obviously. Mr. K, My Sunshine, David The Rock Nelson collection. Not familiar with that. Monster Tales. Biosphere. I heard that was an interesting movie, so I don't know if I'll buy that one, but I do want to see it. The Last Showgirl, Pamela Anderson there. Now here's where it gets cool. You get the VHS retro packaging releases from, used to be Mill Creek. I'm not sure which company is it. Alliance is doing them now. I know the bad part about it is these things used to be like 12 and 15 bucks, and that shit was like $24 on Amazon when I looked. Now the good thing is we found them in Barnes and Noble, and you can get them for like 40% off, so they're like around 20 bucks. So that's more acceptable. White River, Life Changer, Brotherhood of Blood. That's got old Sid Haig in it. Hey, there's more of the VHS retro packaging of White Palace. The Texas Rangers. That old Fred McMurray's in there. There's the Blu-ray of Hairspray. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the TV series, gets a release on Blu-ray. Teddy. There's the Desperate Living Blu-ray. Cold Steel, another one of the VHS retro releases. Pools. The Case is Closed. Forget it. I'm not familiar with that one. Love Lines, another one of the VHS retro packages. That's a movie I've never owned, so I'll be definitely glad to get that. And I love that one. The retro packaging in that one is awesome. The Day of the Owl, that's a Radiance film release. We actually saw that in Barnes & Noble. Can you believe it? Fast Forward, another VHS retro cover. Alpha, Phantom Beirut. A Simple Plan 4K. How to Kill a Judge. I'm not sure. Did we see that one in there? I don't remember. Demon of Mount Oe, whatever that is. Beware of the Clowns. Ghost of Cassane Swamp. That's weird. The Haunted Castle. You Light Up My Life, another one of those. Look at that. I just love the aesthetic of those covers. The Godson, that's one of those cheesy parody movies like Airplane. It's a really low budget, shitty version, but it's got Rodney Dangerfield in it, man. I may end up having to get that. I've got the DVD of that. Badland, Eagles of the Republic. There's some anime. Residency. Shinobi Volume 2. We saw that in Barnes & Noble. The Savage Bees. Sympathy for the Underdog. That's a Radiance film. We saw that. Dude, we saw a lot of these right here in Barnes & Noble. The Iron Prefect. Malpertus. However you pronounce that. Malpertius. Underworld Beauty. Dogra Magra. All right, The Odyssey, The Real Story. Last House on Cemetery Lane. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Some anime. Weirdsville. The Nude Vampire 4K. There's a Simple Plan. The Blu-ray. I think it already been released, so it's a re-release. Nether Beast Incorporated. No Tears in Hell. Those are some low budget shit. You can look at see that Blu-ray word up there at the top. Those are manufactured on demand discs, so they don't even have the official Blu-ray logo. Dr. Plague, The Lost Tree. Killers on Wheels came out on the 24th. And then we got Holding Back the Years. I always look ahead a little bit because some oddball releases come out. The Stooges, I don't know what that is, and Curse of Crom 2. And next week, look ahead, man. There's a shit pile of Arrow stuff coming out and some good catalog releases. So this week wasn't bad. Those retro VHS releases are awesome. And I'll talk more about this in a video, that Masters of the Universe re-release. Don't skip that. Adam Sandler Classics and the Criterion Collection sale that's going on right now. So that's it. I'm about out of breath, so let's go ahead and close out this video. So I'm back in the truck, going to close out the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, my Barnes & Noble didn't have Criterions. They did have those Mill Creek retro slipcover releases, so there's some new ones out. And with the 40% off, hey man, they were cheaper than even Amazon's got them. So grab those. Go into your store. Let me know in the comments down below what Criterions you picked up. I'm going to go online to Amazon, and then, like I said, I will go into a Barnes & Noble eventually. Hopefully you got some slip covers from Walmart. Let me know which ones of those you got. And then, hey, watch my videos coming up. And then go back and watch the one I just did. I did an unboxing of a Valoria video, and I actually did a review there. So check that out. Check out my haul videos, my thrift videos, my Goodwill videos. We have fun on the channel. So do all the normal YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please help the channel any way you can. All my other information is down below. My eBay store, my affiliate link for Valoria video. Yeah, get all the content you can watched. Like it. And then tell everybody you know to come and subscribe. And then once you subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?